and welcome back to my channel. I know it's been a while since the last time that I filmed something, and I do want to apologize to everybody. I know I was putting out content like fairly quickly to the point where I was trying to film like every week, but if you follow me on social media, you may have seen that I had posted about that I was going to be leaving social media for about a week or so just to focus on my mental health. And so I went and I did that, and then I thought that I was ready to come back, and unfortunately a very close member in my family actually passed away a couple days after, and I just felt like I hadn't allowed myself enough time, and I thought I was ready, but I wasn't, and I needed to be with my family during that time. So it was best for me to just take more time off and just focus on myself and being there with my family during that time. So yeah, that's all I want to say. I did receive a lot of your guys's messages on Instagram, giving you guys your condolences for me and my family, and I just want to say thank you to everyone so much, and I appreciate it more than anything in this world. So this is my coming back video, and also a super long requested video that I have recorded and just put off not editing it because I never really liked how it came out. So this is my actual video that I'm going to be posting, so I'm hoping that it comes out good. I actually this time decided to be a little less chaotic and write down in my notes the questions that I thought I should answer, as opposed to just like reading the screenshots that I took, because there were so many repetitive ones that I was spending so much time just like looking through the questions as opposed to answering them, and I just felt super scattered. So yeah, so this is going to be my breast augmentation Q&A, and I had asked you guys maybe about a month ago on Instagram what you guys wanted to know about my breast augmentation. I will be filming a rhinoplasty Q&A for you guys as well in a couple of days or so, but yeah, I just want to get this one out because you guys really wanted to see this one, so I'm just gonna go ahead and get started on the video. So I do want to say I am officially 1 year post-op now, like 1 year and a week post-op from my breast augmentation, and honestly the girls look amazing. So I'm gonna go ahead and start off with your guys's first question, who my doctor is and what made me pick him. So I had been looking through social media for a really long time, kind of just like scrolling, looking at different doctors, and I was like, you know what, I need to take this more serious and actually like look through. I had originally thought about consulting my rhinoplasty surgeon for my breast augmentation, but I do know that he is a face specialist, so I wanted to go with someone who specialized in like breast augmentations and body like cosmetic body procedures. So I just was like, you know what, I'm just gonna keep looking, and the right one will fall into my lap eventually. One day I was on Instagram on my explore page, and I saw somebody's like breast augmentation on my explore page, and I was like, this is the sign, this one's it, there's no way. They were like the most perfect tatas I have ever seen, and I was so excited when I saw them. I was like I'm gonna screenshot these and use these for reference, and we'll see from there. So I clicked on the Instagram, and I was like, oh my gosh, I don't think I ever saw like a single like augmentation that he'd done that I did not like. So I was like, no, like I have to. And I just like, so I followed him immediately, and I just kept looking at his Instagram, and I was just looking and looking for about maybe like 6 months. I was just stalking this man on Instagram, and then I was like, you know what, I'm gonna call and make my consultation. And guys, it took me 3 months to see my doctor. Like I could not, like he is so booked that it takes you at least 3 months to even get a consultation. So I was like, okay, like I don't know how long it's gonna take me, but it took me 3 months to get my consultation, and finally I was like, okay, whatever you have like the soonest, book me up, sis. So you guys are probably like, sis, you never dropped the name. Okay, well, I'm getting to there. The doctor who did my breast augmentation is Dr. Arvind Taneja. He's located in Pasadena. I know his like actual surgery center is like in Huntington Beach, but his consultation center is in Pasadena, and that's where I went for my consultation. So yeah, like I said, this man is booked and busy, and for many good reasons. Like, I don't think I have seen a single breast augmentation that he's done where I haven't been like, wow, like extremely just like in whoa from how amazing of a job he does. Like, this is really like his thing. I counted down the days for this consultation. Like, I counted down, and I was like, I cannot wait to get seen by this doctor. So yeah, so Dr. Arvind Taneja in Pasadena, he's under Doc Taneja. I'll put his at right here, at Doc Taneja on Instagram. So yeah, and I know he's completely booked until a little past next year. So good luck, ladies. How long did I research, and how long did it take me to decide? And how did my family react? So I pretty much already answered that. I technically researched for about, maybe let's say I got my rhinoplasty when I was 19, and I decided I wanted my breast augmentation at 20, so 20, like a year and a half. I spent like a year and a half researching him, and I already told you guys, found him on Instagram. And I literally decided in that instant that I wanted him to do my breast augmentation, but I wanted to keep my options open. But yeah, it was love at first sight. Like, I knew I wanted him to do my breast augmentation. And how did my family react to me wanting to get a rhinoplasty? Honestly, like, I didn't really tell anyone, and the people that I did tell were kind of just like, why do you need a breast augmentation? Because I want one. Like, what? Like, why does it matter? So I did not care, and I was like, I'm gonna do what I want, and I'm gonna get them done because I want to get them done. So if you're worried about what your family's gonna say, like, sis, you're really gonna lose out on your dreams because your family says they don't want you to get them. Like, are you gonna cry with a new pair of chichis, or are you gonna cry flat-chested? I don't know, girl, that's on you. I actually ran out of space on my camera, so I have to go and delete a bunch of stuff. So back to what I was saying. I'm just gonna, question number 4 was my height and my weight for you guys. You guys wanted to know for reference, and my bra size before surgery as well. So I am 5'4", and a half, and I weigh 137 pounds. And my bra size before I had my breast augmentation was a 32B, 34A. So it was really small. If you guys don't know, like, I used to work out a lot to the point where I literally had pectoral muscles. So that's literally the main reason as to why I wanted to get my breast augmentation, was because I literally looked like a little boy from the front. I was just really like squared, and I did not like the way I looked in dresses. So I needed some change, you know? Like, I literally look like I'm 26 from the back and 12 from the front, and I was not vibing with that whatsoever. So that was the biggest reason as to why I decided to get my surgery. How many cc's, price, what is the profile you got, and are you wearing saline or silicone? So I got 400 cc's put into my right breast and 420 cc's put into my left. For those of you guys who are women on here, you guys know one of our girlies always tends to be a lot bigger than the other, and for me, my right side was significantly larger. Like, even the doctor was kind of like, oh. And he was like, okay, we're gonna put more into the left to even them out. And obviously, like, it's still a little bit bigger, but it's not as noticeable as it used to be when I had nothing. And I did get saline. I did look into silicone, but I know silicone's safe now, and there's there's a lot of people that are like, oh my god, but they feel more realistic. I'm like, they feel this exact same, whether they're saline or silicone, it doesn't really matter. So I ended up getting saline just to stay on the safe side because uno nunca sabe. My bra size now is a 34 double D, and I got high profile because I wanted them to be like, just to like sit up there, you know, like I had looked at another surgeon prior to getting this surgeon, and he did a really great job on all of his breast augmentations, but his looked really like teardrop, like they look like teardrops to the point where they literally look saggy, and I did not want like the saggy boob look. I just wanted them to sit up there, like kind of in between, like they're fake, but they can be like 100% real. Like you really wouldn't know unless I told you guys, which is what happened with a lot of you guys. A lot of you didn't even know that I had my breast done, which means my doctor did a great job. The price. So I paid $4,200 for my breast augmentation, which is actually really cheap considering how expensive these surgeons in LA are. And I know a lot of people are gonna be like, oh my god, you could have gone to TJ. Yes, I could have gone to TJ and it probably would have been the same price. But $4,200 for what I got is extremely reasonable, and it's really cheap. I do know that if you do get silicone, it's like around $5,000. It just goes up in price depending on what you get. I don't think size matters. I think it's just whatever type of implant you do get. And I went under the muscle for anyone asking, so it's 400 to 420 cc's. I got a high profile under the muscle saline implants. And yeah, I'll show you guys, I'll stand up right now to show you guys like what it looks like. So yes, I'm in the bathroom. So this is what they look like from the side. See that? This is the girls, and this is my body type now. So yeah, that's what they look like. Very like proportional to my body. I couldn't have picked a better size, honestly. Oops, sorry. So I think he did a fantastic job. So as for pain from my surgery, I honestly don't think it was painful whatsoever. I know this is a really big thing with a lot of people. They're really scared to get any type of surgery done because they're scared of the pain from the surgery. And it's like, honey, you're not gonna feel anything. You're gonna be passed out like in a really good nap. Like you're not gonna feel shit. I just felt really sore and nauseous because the drive from Huntington Beach back to where I live is fairly like far. Like it's a far drive, and it was right in the time that rush hour happens here in LA. So I just so happened to sit in like 2-hour traffic going home after just getting surgery done, and it's the constant stopping and like the car moving. I was so car sick, and the like anesthesia makes you really nauseous. So that's the only complaint that I had about it, was I was so freaking nauseous. So when I got home, I was literally like, I need a barf bag like right now. And I was trying to throw up, but it hurt because when you throw up, you know how you go like, you do that where you go like, you like force I look so stupid doing that, but you like force it, and you like, I don't know, you like compress your stomach so it like pushes like your chest up, and it causes like your chest to like move. And obviously like they were freshly done, so like my chest was extremely sore. So that was the only reason that I was feeling any sort of pain. But other than that, the pain was probably like a 4 out of 10 for sure, maybe a 3.5, like nothing beyond that. And for my downtime, I actually had requested time off of work. I had originally requested 2 weeks, but I only needed about like 5-6 days before I could go back to work. I had a really easy healing process. I would sleep exactly how you guys see me right now, with a bunch of pillows behind me and just like laying on my bed. That's how I slept. I took arnica like these little tablets that my mother-in-law actually recommended for me. And I only took my I only took my pain medications for the first day because, like I said, I did not feel any pain whatsoever. So I didn't think it was necessary. And plus, like when I got my rhinoplasty, I remember taking pain medications and they made me so constipated, and I was not about to go through that again. So I only took them for a day. Within like 3 days, I was moving my arms again, like I was just being really normal. But then again, everybody's body is different. Like I used to work out a lot, so I think that it was maybe the fact that I was so used to being sore, and when I like worked out, I always try not to baby myself when I get sore. So it's kind of just like a mind over matter type of situation for me. I was just like, yeah, I'm sore, but whatever, I got any boobs. So I was only sore for about 3 days, and then it just gets progressively easier throughout like the next couple of days. I would recommend having someone around for the first day though, because it is really hard to use the bathroom because you can't really move your arms like that. So just definitely have someone there for you to help you, like especially if you need to get around the house or you need to do stuff like reach for shit. Definitely don't be cooking and like doing like crazy lifting. You shouldn't even be lifting whatsoever. But yes, what is a tip for quick recovery? Take arnica because it helps with the swelling. The one that my mother-in-law recommended to me is actually from Sprouts, and it comes in like a little tube like about this big. I know they sell teas as well. Arnica helps with inflammation, so that's really good. And they helped that pain medication. No, they're not pain medication. The arnica actually helped my my girls to drop quicker because it made the swelling go down a lot faster. So they're just little like capsules that you put underneath your tongue and they just dissolve. You take them like twice every day and it helps with the swelling. So yeah, I also drink a lot of liquids, and I try to keep my meals like as light as possible because, like I said, if you're gonna be on your pain medications, you're gonna feel really bloated and you're not gonna be able to go poop, and that's gonna be horrible for you. So try not to have like massive meals after. And then a lot of you guys actually asked about my scar, and honestly, my scar is like insane. It's like there's nothing there, like you wouldn't even know. I'm actually gonna insert a picture. Dr. Taneha actually only does the incision under the breast, so the incision would technically be like right here, but you can't even see it. I'll upload the picture like I said, but the incision is under the breast, and the whole point of that being is like when your breast drops, it literally like the incision goes completely under, so you don't even see it like ever. So you basically don't have a scar. And then somebody asked me, are you comfortable with your size, as well as anything that you wish you would have known before you got your breast done? So I'm really comfortable with my size. I actually really like the size that I got. Initially, right before my surgery, me and the doctor were having a whole conversation about what size I wanted. And I remember we were sitting there and he was like, okay, so what size am I giving you? This was like maybe 15-20 minutes before surgery happened. And I was like, okay, I showed him the picture. He's like, that's 375 cc's. He's like, I don't think so. He's like, let's do 600 cc's. And I literally was like, 600? Can we like meet in the middle? We literally like just doubled the size. So I ended up telling him, I was like, okay, how about 380 cc's or something like that. And he was like 500, and I was like, no. 400 cc's, and he was like 420, and I was like, no, 400 cc's, and he was like, okay, fine, I'll give you 400 cc's in your right breast, and then I'll give you 420 in the other one because it's a lot smaller. And I was like, we got a deal. So I'm actually really happy with my size. And he did tell me, he was like, I better not have you whining to me that you wish you would have gone bigger. And sometimes I'd be looking at my girls and I'm like, I wish I would have gone like a tiny bit bigger. But honestly, the size fits my body so well, so I have zero complaints. 10 out of 10 love my breast. Now let's talk about torpedo boobs. So you guys are probably sitting there like, Mo, what are torpedo boobs? Well, I'm gonna tell you. So torpedo boobs is what happens within the first couple of days of having your breast done, where your breasts are literally up here, like literally like this far away from your collarbone. They're so high up because they just got inserted and they haven't fallen into the pockets that they made for you. and they're literally like squares. They look like torpedoes, but they're squares up here, and then they look like a torpedo because your nippies are down here, like they're down here. Nobody told me that was going to happen, and I sat there for the first day and was like, I'm botched. I'm botched. I was looking on the internet, like, is this normal? It got to the point where I was literally like emailing producers from the E channel to go on Botched. That's how scared I was. So I called my surgeon and I was like, super sweet man. I was like, are my breasts supposed to look like this? And he was like, oh yeah, that's completely normal. It's because they haven't fallen into the socket yet. And I was like, okay, that kind of put me, you know, a little bit at ease. And I was like, all right, well, let's hope that's what this is, because they're looking a little scary right now. And, you know, 4 or 5 days pass and they still look like torpedoes. And I'm just like, what is happening? Why do they look like this? Like, I'm just like freaking out at this point. A week and a half goes by. They're starting to settle in. They're starting to round out. And I'm like, ooh, kind of like these. You know, they look really good. So it's just one of those like trust the process type of situations where you just have to let them gradually just drop on their own, because I was scared out of my mind the first couple of days because I literally thought I was botched. The fact that my back hurts now, like, I never understood the concept of my boobs are so big that my back hurts, but my back hurts now. Like, it actually freaking hurts. And honestly, I blame that on my posture, which I need to get better at. But other than that, also for you ladies that were asking for tips on like how to get rid of the scar, Cicatricure is actually amazing and it gets rid of scars. I'll try to see if I can leave a little link or like a picture somewhere right here, and I'll also try to insert a picture of the arnica that I took for the swelling, and then that's like a cream for scars. It helps get rid of them. It's like what I live by. So that was actually the last question that you guys had for me, and I'm super excited to have filmed this. It took so long for me to finally decide to film it. And yeah, so that's pretty much it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm gonna be filming a lot more again now that everything's kind of falling back into place. Everything's a little more normal. So yeah, I'm gonna be putting a lot more content out, so make sure that you guys have your notifications on so you guys can get notified anytime that I post something. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure you guys go check out my surgeon, Dr. Taneha, so that way you guys can check out more of his work. I hope you guys enjoyed and you guys found it somewhat interesting. Like I said, make sure you guys go follow my surgeon, go check him out on Instagram, so that way you guys can see more of the reasons as to why I fell in love, and he was my first pick for my surgeon. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.